who's the best engineer to hire for your organization to solve your problems? Would you look to the engineer who has 15 to 20 years of experience working in your organization with those people, those processes, and those technologies? Or would you look to the young engineer who's recently graduated from college with a degree in computer science, who doesn't know your company, who doesn't know your organization, who doesn't know your people, he doesn't know your processes? He's unencumbered by those preconceived notions of how to solve problems. He's the new breed. He's the engineer who looks at a problem, who looks for solutions, and develops those solutions. At B&D, we look for young engineers freshly out of college who understand how to solve problems.
Have you thought about the fact that when your IT staff tells you they have complete visibility and control over all assets on your network, they in fact are missing vast portions of your network, specifically the unmanaged, the unsanctioned, the hidden infrastructure and the endpoints where all the bad guys operate. Forescout specifically offers the capability that provides agentless, real-time visibility and control of all assets on your network.
We all remember when Governor Perry was running for office and he was going to cite 3 departments that he was going to eliminate. And then he could only remember 1 or 2 of them. Well, I'm going to take a chance today. And I'm going to remember or try and recall or point out 2 sets of 3s. First, let's talk about project management. When you're doing a project, there are usually 3 features that you look at. What are the requirements, how much schedule do I have, and how much money do I have? And usually project managers would tell you can control 2 of the 3, but it's controlling all 3 that's critical. Well, the same thing holds true, I think, in cybersecurity. There are 3 features. One is the human side, the other is the technology, and the third is data. And putting the 3 together is what the critical solution has to be. And what we've been able to do at Fortinet is to combine those 3 in the sharing of the data to feed into the technology to aid the human in its implementation. As an example, recently in Japan, the banks were all struck by a particular virus. And we were able to predict that virus using the data that we had. And the customers that were using our technology avoided having the banking system shut down. Same thing holds true recently at the Black Hat event in Las Vegas. We provided gratis the cybersecurity for the people attending the show. And you have thousands of people trying to hack into the system. During the course of that show, we were notified by the IPS provider that someone was trying to break into Amazon. And within a minute, we were able to identify the precise room where that was occurring. But why can you do that? You're looking at those same 3 features. You're combining the data that you have with the technology that you have and interfacing with humans. And that's what the cybersecurity solution has to be, all 3 features. And anything that doesn't account for all those 3 aspects of a solution is an incomplete solution.
Often when people think about cyber attacks, there's a context of people in a garage or in a basement taking attacks. That's no longer true. We're at cyber war. We have advanced persistent threats who are after us, and to deal with that, we need advanced techniques. Things like cyber kill chain, intelligence-driven defense, and ways to modernize our networks to deal with this and be resilient.
There are a lot of great things being done in cyber defense. If you walk around the floor, you can see a lot of it. But one consideration that's important also is to look at cyber from a strategic perspective, from an end-to-end perspective of an organization or a mission. One of the scenarios that may be really bad is if you're making all those investments that are important and you're implementing the cyber protections that you need, but then because of a lack of visibility, you're missing a system or data that's outside of those protections. Or for example, there could be a third-party access that you're unaware of that is causing a vulnerability in the organization. So we believe that leaders should take a step back, look at the big picture, really from a cyber perspective of their mission or their entire enterprise.
When the incidents involving Edward Snowden came to light for the general public, they realized there was a big concern about the federal government intruding and looking at emails and listening to voicemail. So most of the social media companies like Facebook started encrypting their traffic. This created a big problem in the federal government because the hundreds of millions of dollars that were being spent for security DMZs were only inspecting about 1/3 of the actual traffic coming through. This is why this became a big problem in the importance of being able to decrypt encrypted traffic so that the DMZ security tools can inspect 100% of the traffic to find the embedded malware that the bad guys are embedding in these social media applications. That's why our company focused on this in terms of opening up SSL break-in inspection so that all of the security tools can have 100% visibility into all of the traffic traversing their DMZs.
One of the challenges we see today in the security market space is unknown threats. A lot of our point-in-time detection capabilities are unable to see new pieces of malware code or new threats to our environment. The ability to turn back time and have retrospective security to see what these pieces of software did to our endpoints before they were identified as pieces of malicious code is paramount to security. Finally, the piece of integrating that information and sharing that information with other security products in the environment is also key to blocking that threat before it comes into our environment again. And you can believe Cisco Security is on top of it.
Imagine a scenario where you could mitigate the insider threat by simply removing the computers from the operational space. Our customers believe that that's exactly the way to do it. And that's all we think about at ThinkLogic.
When people think about cybersecurity, they often think only about their IT assets and data that are at risk for compromise. When we think about cybersecurity, we look holistically at the physical security that's necessary, in addition to the logical security necessary to protect your IT assets and data, in addition to the personnel who are typically targeted to compromise those systems and access your assets. When General Dynamics IT thinks about cybersecurity, we think cybersecurity is physical security, is cybersecurity.
What do you need to improve cybersecurity and enhance operational agility? You want end-to-end encryption across the enterprise, you want to build on your investment in identity credentialing, and you want to have the mobile user be able to access information securely from anywhere, no matter what the network segmentation or topology. And then we need to be able to have information sharing promoted across organizational boundaries. We call this micro-segmentation. Micro-segmentation, when you add cloaking of endpoints, is what we deliver with Stealth from Unisys.
So there's a lot of talk about moving away from cybersecurity for just administrative networks and moving more to mission systems. Now these mission systems don't normally take what are traditional security type controls. And so there's a lot of research and development that people are starting to think about doing. But before you do that, you need to think about technology that already exists. An agentless approach, the ability to see everything that's on your network. And at Forescout, we're experts at that.
Hello, my name is Nathan Shea with Secure Structs. When you stop by our booth this week, we would like to show you what we are doing to automate the stigging process for multiple technologies. We also have a certified CCRI team that we go out and help companies prep for their CCRIs, and we would love to talk to you about how we complete that process.
Hi, I'm Dean Economou with CenturyLink. As we heard from General Lin, dynamic environments require dynamic solutions. Integrating hardwire infrastructure with the virtual is paramount. Come by the CenturyLink booth and see how our smart platforms and analytics can help you. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Steve Harrell with Booz Allen. Stop by booth 237 where we'll demonstrate for you Jellyfish, our open source cloud orchestration tool integrated with Open Daylight, an SDN controller. along with Secure Cloud, a virtual cloud security stack that's operational today in multiple cloud service providers.